Thanks very much for giving us the interview. And as I said, the film's about St John's Park and the parish and about your early memories and all that kind of stuff, right? But before we start, I think we should acknowledge the fact that you're missing one of your compatriots today. Maybe.
Yeah, he was a son.
Yeah,
He
tell
died
us a
last
little
week.
bit about your friend who's gone.
Well, those lads were no longer.
He was
Tell us his name first.
Peter Welch.
Yeah.
Passed away the 2nd of July. After kind of not a long illness, but a small illness. But I'm sure he was a good character.
And where did he work?
He worked he closed down the paper mills, and I think he closed down the Waterford Bristol.
He closed the glass after that before he died.
Paper mills on Waterford Bristol, that was his.
Are you sure he wasn't at the match yesterday?
Tell you one thing, if he was, he'd
He'd have died. He'd have died a week later. That's all he had to get the match. He'd have died up in the.
So he would have died, yeah.
But he was a good friend of yours.
He was. He was friends for a long couple of years.
His
He
wife
was
is.
a regular here on the Monday.
Oh, Monday, that was it, yeah.
He died on the day. It was his wife's anniversary. She was 22 years dead when he died. On the day he died, and she was a friend of my wife's years ago, before she died naturally.
Okay, so thanks for that. Dixie, we might as well start with you. Will you tell us about your family background, first of all? Where does your family come from?
Well, it was Ballinlaw, Steve Rue.
And was your mum and dad from there?
Well, my mother was further down the road. She was from a place called Rochestown.
All right.
Father was from Drumdown.
Yeah.
And around the White Horse.
And what was her name? What family?
Her name was Dylan.
Dylan. And then they moved into Watford then, was it?
No. They stayed out there, so I moved into Watford.
Oh, okay.
I lost a run of myself or something like that.
You came across the bridge.
Yeah, across the bridge, yeah.
And it was all downhill after that.
Oh, absolutely.
We all came over here to get fed, so they got based in hurling when they got older.
And so you came into work at Watford, was it?
I came into work on Waterford, yeah. I worked in Keaton's. So I started working as an electrical place on the quay and worked more or less around there. I ended up in wholesaling and such, and it was only over the road there. That's where I finished up working, so I stayed in electrical nearly most of my life.
And where's your wife from?
She's from St John's Park, I suppose, it's easy to say, yeah.
And what was her name? Or maybe?
Our Senate.
Sinnott. And then when you got married, you moved out here, was it?
We did, that's right, yeah.
And what was your earliest memory of St John's Park when you moved out here?
Being chased by a crowd of gangsters running out. You're going home one night, there were about 5 running behind me, and I was able to keep ahead of them that day.
About that, the press gang, will.
I know, yeah, there's memories, they're all good. You know, we got involved in John Brady, that man, when he started up a GAA club, and that. We had some great crack with that, you know, and the formation. We played Gaelic football, which worked out very all right. Hurling was a bit of a disaster, I have to say, but then again, it was enjoyable.
We done well in the soccer.
We done well in the
John.
I went to John. We joined up with Aaron Zone, which was Peter Welch's old club. Peter was a medal winner in Aaron Zone, and I went up to John for about 30-something years, I think, and I knew all the lads coming up anyway, because they're all playing the same. Hurling, football and the soccer.
We'll leave there for a moment and we'll come back again.
Yeah.
So, Benny, tell us about where your family came from.
Ballybreakin. I hate saying that here, I get it down. My father came from Ballybreakin and my mother from Clashray Place. Up around the corner.
What was her family name?
Henderson.
Henderson. And they lived very close to each other, so they must have met up that part of it.
Yeah, only around the corner, so Ballybreakin and Clashray Place, you know where that was. I know you'd remember that, would you?
Yeah. And you, again, so you were brought up in the old Ballyrickin area?
No, up Marston's Avenue. My father's mother lived on Marston's Avenue, and we moved from there then over to Leamy Street.
Okay. Right. And then you moved out here when you got married, was it?
Yeah.
And where was your wife? Where was she from?
Jesus, long story there. She was reared by the grandmother in John's Park. Her father went to England back in the 50s, no work and all this thing, and her mother came home eventually. She was living at home. She got Alzheimer's and died of her. The father died young, 53. She have 2 brothers still here and 2 sisters in England. Still. But she was reared up. She was actually reared here with the grandmother. So it's the grandmother's house I'm in. That's the only reason I married her, to get the house.
All you do is hang your hat.
That's
So, yeah.
He gets the front room now and again.
Okay, and then again, what was your earliest memory of being out here? I mean, you were coming out from town. Was it kind of strange coming out here too?
Oh yeah, from the top of the town it would be, yeah. Actually, when you come out at first, I'd still walk back up. I used to think of Norris's and Dials and Ballystick. And I'd still, for about a year, maybe a year and a half, I'd still walk into town, up to the lads to drink, until then I started going into Brady, because I'm living next door to it, and got to know everyone out here then, you know.
Paul, tell us again about your family back then.
I were from a Rundle Lane, in the centre of the town, and mother had a butcher shop there, and my father was in insurance. He became a
What was your
bookmaker.
mother's name?
O'Brien, from
O'Brien.
Fenner, originally from Fenner. My father was a bookmaker then.
Was what?
A bookmaker,
Oh,
yeah. So, when all the lads, there was 12 of us in the family, like, you know, so they all went their own way, like, and got married and so forth, etc. We came to live out here in Johns Park.
and I believe your family were very handy at football.
They played a knot, you know. Yeah.
Did some of your family play professionally?
Oh yeah, Peter now was professional. He went to Sparta in Holland. Played there first, then he came back to Leeds United. Don Revy then was the manager. Yeah, he went to finished up in Chester and then came home.
Was that before Giles and all that kind of stuff?
No, he played with Johnny Giles with Leeds United.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a great team, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was a very
Leeds
tough
were
lad
were
that
fantastic.
time. Yeah.
Top of the class, that's it.
And his older brother Jack could have went to United, but he wouldn't go. He got married at the time, he wouldn't go.
Jack and Peter then were full internationals. There was Tommy, Denny, Nate. They were amateur internationals. So they had enough internationals.
What did you say? Did you play?
I did, but not in their class.
Okay.
It wasn't good enough.
And what position did you play?
Well, called them then was a winger.
Odyssey is an awful thing, isn't it?
Well,
And then, when you came out here then, did you get involved with the soccer out here? Or?
No, because we were originally from Bohemians.
Okay.
That's it.
That was your family club?
Yeah. Yeah, that time.
Oh, aim is the enemy of Jonathan.
Yeah. Because your Bows are always a big team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's down in Poldbury.
that's right. Yes.
Yeah, but there was no Polebury then, like, you know. There were only pitches then were Rozier Park and that, like, you know. Clubs didn't own their pitches then.
But John Bow was always a fantastic team.
Oh, yes, there was the Munster Cup.
they won a few Munster Cups.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, I can't remember how many.
Yeah, so.
And then when you moved out here, were you married when you got
No,
married?
I wasn't married then, no.
Okay.
I married a girl from Morrison's Avenue, Roach, Helen Roach, yeah.
And so how many years are you out here?
I must be, what, 48, 50 years there, yeah.
And how would you remember St. John's Park in the early days?
Well, most of the time I was drinking here, and the lads from the Mental just come down the back gate and come in for a drink and that, yeah.
And was that
They'd
allowed?
have-
Was it allowed?
Oh yeah, oh God, yeah. They weren't that bad, I suppose, like, you know.
And where would they get the money then?
Well, they'd have the
have a
social
small
welfare
allowance.
just the same.
They'd have a small allowance
They'd
up
have the
there.
social
They'd have an
welfare,
allowance up there,
they'd
yeah.
have the social welfare
But
just
these
like
guys,
anyone else.
even though they're in the metal, I suppose they weren't in any way, you know, anyone come in, you'll have a chat with you, you just go away quick. They weren't restricted really in there.
No, a lot of them are, as they say, a lot of them are in the mental and probably shouldn't have been there really. They know what they
Yeah.
want, you know.
That's true.
And so was that a bit strange coming to a pub with a lot of lads from the Mental? Or was it?
I know.
Did they fit right in?
There was a few sane fellas, yeah. But
The fellas in the mental,
You get to know.
the fellas that should have been in the mental were wanting in the glass factory.
of course, yeah, there was all the glass factory fellas, you know. drinking.
Because I suppose, I mean, it's probably before your time, but when the glass started off was over in Ballytruck.
Over here, yeah, over across, yeah.
That was in the very early days before Johnston.
Yeah.
That's right.
And did any of you end up in the glass, or did you?
Oh, none
No,
of us.
I had brothers there, I had 3
So
of
what
them.
did you work at?
I was electrician.
All right. So again, connected to yourself.
Yeah, well, I don't know, we're friends with, I don't know how long.
My first experience as an electrician is I worked on this pub when it was being built to wire it. I didn't wire it, I was only starting the first year, 62,
Apprentice,
and this was being wired at the time.
Go ahead.
So I worked on it.
That's classic.
So I drank a bottle of stout here before an awful lot of fellas. Mr. Kennedy, what's the name? Old Mr. Kennedy used to bring out a tray of stout every evening.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
To all the workers.
Yeah, I'd be lucky to get a something there, an awful lot of tough steam in here at the time. Yeah.
And yourself then, what was the...
I worked for Guinness's.
Did you? Okay.
After Guinness, yeah. They had a depot here in Waterford.
Where was
Delivery.
Where was their depot?
Over in Ferry Bank.
Okay.
Over there opposite the
the
school.
bus station, is it? Or the bus?
Past that, yeah. Then
We turned it out with Over Meats,
Over
Over
Meats.
Meats Road. Just straight across from the school there, I suppose. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you deliver the barrels? Or?
Draft Guinness, yeah. We did all draft. That's all then.
Well, that was heavy work.
That was the new drink coming in then.
Okay. Because
Draft it was all bottles.
Yeah, before that.
That, yeah.
And like it's really funny, Waterford's, I mean, the Treaty had the large bottles. But I mean, Waterford's very famous for the large bottles.
That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Very.
It's probably, well, you get them in different areas now. It's surprising the amount they have. Even in Dublin, you come across them once or twice, you know.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
way back now, there was like
Oh, no.
Sullivan's, there was Kiley.
Yeah.
They were the bottles,
Galway.
The
yeah.
bottles, they were
A lot of them bottled their own, so Norris has bottled their own, Dials bottled their
every
own,
pub
an
had a
awful lot of them
bottle.
bottled their own, Tavern, the other road, they bottled their own as well.
And people swore there was a different taste on each one.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you got a bad bottle, you were moving on to another pub, which could happen at the time. Sullivan's had more or less the best name, didn't they, at the
Yeah.
time, and you know, thought it
Mr.
out.
Dial
And was that very heavy work then carrying?
was.
moving
Well, you
barrels
weren't,
around?
oh yeah, but you'd have a pad and you'd be knocked them off the thing, you know. But the funny thing about it, if you go down to Wexford at that time, I went into a pub and asked for a bottle of stout, and it was a small bottle. That's all they drank. They didn't have large bottles at all. No.
And so therefore you were going around to all the old pubs at that time, weren't you?
Yeah, yeah. But like I said, it was a new drink I was coming in to Draft Guinness at that time. Yeah.
Mostly in Waterford, you went to a pub and you'd ask for a bottle and they give you a bottle
Tom
of
Maher,
stout.
no. Tom Maher was the only one I had
I
draft.
remember going on the bus one time and we stopped only over across the bridge, only out the road. We all went in for a drink, we had the bus to stop, everyone wanted a queue. When we went into this pub and we asked for a bottle and they said, a bottle of what? You'd be used to in Waterford, you'd ask for a bottle and they knew it was the stout you wanted, you know, strange.
But I mean, you must remember pubs that are well gone now. Older pubs are.
Oh, yeah, sure. Any of the country pubs, you know, they were closed. They used to open then at tea time, so. But half them be farmers, like, and that they had the pub
And you could drink and drive in those days.
at that time. But now you see you
for
can't.
God's sake,
So they're
really.
gone now. Definitely.
You could if you had a car.
I know, but it's funny, isn't it?
I tried it once or twice of it.
And so when you were out here first, I mean, do you remember any characters living around the area? Was there any good characters there?
Well, you had Philip Boyle was a bit of a character. He went for the elections one time and he got about 10, I don't know how many votes he got about 10 votes and he said there was 400 lawyers in John's Park. Everyone thought they were going to vote for him.
Yeah, there's a lot of good characters.
A lot of characters
Yeah,
out there.
Ah, there's
He
Barry.
goes independent.
Here's a man in there.
There's the real man in now.
Oh, we'll
Big
get
bit
him
of-
in a minute. You sit down there.
Here, move up there, me leave him
No,
in
we'll get
there.
him in a minute. We'll get him.
You get him in a minute, how are you?
Sit down there first. Sit down there. Okay, we'll keep going with G first. So yeah, you were talking about Philip Boyle, and did he go as an independent?
I haven't a clue what he went.
I think it's
Says-
You took the words out of my mouth.
I don't think he repeated it, did he? No,
I don't think
Yeah,
he
he
chanced
lost
it.
his quote.
I'd say he lost
He didn't chance it again, no.
And was there a political party out here or anything at that time?
No, nothing, no.
There was never kind of like a...
Well, the Keneally's were.
The Canadians would be all,
They were all
Canadians would be all Fianna Fáil, but that's about
Yeah.
it, close to get to us, you know.
Okay,
But
so
there was
no,
no other-
no kind of family dynasty or anything like that.
No.
That was the only one.
Not really, I
Keneally's.
suppose. It was,
They had the mansion now as well.
Because I remember your family, the lads would always disappear from school anytime election came up.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah. Fine,
You
yeah.
wouldn't see them for about 2 weeks.
They'd be gone.
Put up
They'd
posters.
be climbing poles and that was the younger fellas, they were stupid.
You must be getting a few bob as well.
They had to be getting something.
Okay, and I mean, the other thing then, obviously around that time too, was the Waterford soccer team was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And would you have gone over on a regular every couple of Sundays to see the matches and stuff?
Yeah, well, we'd normally come out in town because that was in the 60s. I didn't move until about 69, I coming down, 69, 70, I coming out. So the good years were nearly gone since you. That's it. So we'd follow him out, we'd drink our way out and drink our way back in, stop in Garweys and back up the north.
Tommy was a referee then, the League of Ireland at that time.
Yeah.
Tommy Barry, yeah.
And did you? And just when you at that time when you were younger, we say, do you remember like how different Waterford was at that stage?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what kind of pubs or what kind of shops that you remember no longer?
Well, the main part of Waterford was where I lived in Barnstrand Street there and the Rundle Lane. You had the Survive Cinema across the road. Everyone passed through the centre of town.
Woolworths.
That
Yeah,
Woolworths,
Would
yeah.
be the main thing at Christmas. Yeah.
That. Everything happened there, which is gone now, as you know.
It was up the top of the town, and especially where we lived in Leamy Street, there was only 2 houses. You'd be playing ball there all day. You could play ball on the road. The worst thing was if a girl came along with his bike, you'd have to run. Back then, that's what the girls had to do. Folly fellas like us on bikes. But it's different. You could leave your door, the key in your door, and there's a different life altogether, like, you know. Neighbours were neighbours, like, you know.
What, do you remember any of the other old ones? Because you were in town, you were working in town from a young age.
yeah, I was 17, 16 years of age. I was 17.
I mean, obviously Johnny Hearns is gone.
Johnny House, that's where we were working alongside of Johnny House. That's where Keaton's had a shop. And there was a wholesale just up there around the corner from the
Conduit Lane there, yeah. The
There's
place
a lot of warehouses down around the Keys that stage.
yeah, but in Conduit Lane, I remember they used to have the bananas,
They used
or
to be a-
green,
Yeah.
and they'd store them in this big place in Conduit Lane.
Most of the warehouses are nearly down where the shipping down the Clyde, down
the
the Clyde.
Clyde,
Down there. Yeah, they had one
Yeah.
down Tommy.
And
The bed was there as well.
and would you, where would you have socialised when you were younger in Waterford? Where would you have gone? Would you be to Olympia or
I'd
place that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, when I was younger, I'd be over Gillis Place. I played with the Villa up to under 16, like before I mine and then played it. Then when I left the Villa, when I came out here, I played with John Bell for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Made a footballer already.
So you must have been fairly handy then, yeah.
Well, the lower division, but
Still made a
I
footballer.
was
Ah,
handy.
you
I
were
was
handy, I
living
would
close
say.
enough to the field. There was a field just up the top of the road. It was called Prospect Park. The houses there now. Just at the end of the houses on the right, going up there, there was a pitch there for years, and we used to play there. It was just before John Bell. Probably before John Bell, Prospect Park. Just about,
Yeah.
just
There's another
about.
club you were St. Albans.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
did a
over
pitch for
top.
years.
They had their
Yeah.
own pitch.
And the other way at that time too, I suppose when you came out here first, it was a fairly tough reputation out here.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You had to be fast on your feet at times.
I mean, was it well deserved or was it kind of exaggerated?
I'd say a bit more before our time. I'd say there'd be fellas younger.
Ah, yeah, the
As
families
usual,
grew
you
up
would
then,
get
didn't they?
yeah, you get it anyway. You get a few that weren't great.
Any
you know.
big estate
But
you're going to have.
like any estate,
Yeah,
you get it. Yeah, it was a bit of it.
Anybody acting a maggot might be looked after for a pint, you know what I mean? Most often than not.
Never
it's
They
too
still-
closed
It's not as
the
bad.
arches too, they made a big
But
difference, didn't it?
But it's not as
Stop them
bad.
running through them.
Okay.
But it's not as
Charles
bad as
Park.
today, like, you know, you'd have young fellas, gangs,
That's
probably might have a
right.
fight or something, but it's not like what things are today, like, you know, knives and all that crack, you know. Nothing too bad. It was nearly settling down at 69, so it wasn't
Ah,
it
it's
settled,
true,
you know.
it's true,
The old clubs were up and running then, like John Bell were up and
Yeah.
running, and Downville and hurling and
Most
that.
fellas were active in
You
something,
know,
so
they were all mixed up in it, you know.
any excessive exercise, or what do you call it, whatever you'd have, it was easy losing on the hurling field or whatever, or
Yeah.
football field. That was
Good,
it.
And so, like, when you were young families, did you have cars at that stage? Or did you...
No.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
I had a car, I got a car. I had a brand new bicycle one time, and his brother robbed it on me, and he lost it.
I know. I was 7 years married. I was 7 years married before I had a car.
I'm paying for it since.
But,
You've been hearing about it since.
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, I had a car fairly young. I think I probably had a car. Used to have use of an old van then as well as something else. You know, so I always had a little bit of transport somewhere.
And so I'm just wondering about like kids, like getting out to the beach or anything like that. How did you manage?
Well,
Oh, that was funny. I had a monthly ticket. When I was in around the lane now, apparently school would be over and so forth. Mother gave us a monthly ticket. So you just go in and out on the train.
Yeah, for the train, I was the same. Yeah, I had one.
Yeah,
One time.
great.
the train was the main out.
Play cards on the way in and out if
I
it
had a
was
month-
raining or something like that.
I had a monthly
you know.
ticket with my twin brother one time. There used to be about 8 of us go out on it though. Me and him were going first and we go up in the square where the train was, you mightn't remember. We go up the big green gate, we pass it out under the green
That's
gate.
right, yeah.
And 2 more will come in and out under the green gate, so we were in there about 2 or 3 times a day. There's a bits from clipping the came up finished. And if you fail to pass it out, then be more when you go home.
Well, how often then would you go out to Chamorro if you had this?
So every day.
Okay.
Because that was the
We go
thing.
to a lot,
I'd walk
in the
out
summer
from the
you go
house
to
with
a
the
lot.
lads, brothers and friends. And if it was, like I said, if it was raining, we'd just stay on the train, going in and out playing cards.
So
Like
just
that,
socialising on the train.
Yeah, well, then we're only about 12, 14 like years of age. But if it was anyway good now, we'd stay out in Tramore all day.
But the weather was
Great.
better back then, wasn't it? You know,
Yeah.
you know,
Seemed
the
to be
summers
more
were better.
settled, yeah.
Kind of settled from May up to August. It might be as warm as you get it now at time, but it's more or less settled. Like, you know, if it rained, we called it a sun shower. That's what it was. It could be raining.
Be over in a few seconds.
It could be raining in this street and fine in the street over here, like, you know.
Where else
you know.
would you ever go to Dunmore?
Thomas,
No,
that's
no.
the only way to get out there.
Okay, what about Woodstown?
I went to Woodstown
Same
last
thing.
year. Fair out of the car, so he brings us to Woodstown after walk. Fair because he be at there were so many of us in it, you wouldn't be able to watch us in Tramore, so Woodstown to be easier to watch us. There'd be so many of us there. So
How
we
many
went to
of you were
Woodstown
in?
a fair bit.
Many-
What?
Many
that?
in the family.
14.
14.
9
14.
We had 12.
9 boys and
We had
5
12.
girls and 5 girls.
And did they all live, like all the 14 children, did they all survive?
I know the eldest and the second eldest are dead.
Ah, yeah, but
And I
he
had a
said-
sister.
he said-
Oh, I did, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. And he asked me to do this as a boy. I didn't. I thought he was talking about that. No,
It's
yeah,
a big
yeah.
family
Ah,
Yeah.
then. A lot of notes to feed.
What?
A lot of notes to feed.
Oh, no, so we managed, yeah. The blackberries were good up the top of the town. It was Skipperine.
And it was 12 in your family.
Yeah, yeah. In around the lane then they had a place called Ma Daly's. And all the boys there that used to have nothing going for. And they go into shops and they get an egg or a rasher and a sausage. And they bring it down to Ma Daly and she'd have a mug of tea for 'em with bread about that thick, the bread being. And she'd do the food. I think it cost them about £3 or
So,
something.
no,
like that. It was like the Vincent de Paul. They were doing it as a family.
only cheaper.
Only cheap.
And then there was a famous sit down. remember
That's
what-
right, yeah, the IRA.
Tell us that
That's
story.
right.
Tell us that.
But there's not much I can tell you about that.
There was a
I
sit-down
think all
there.
they had was a bullet. I don't think there was a gun involved.
Where was that?
But
They
tried-
wanted to close down Matt Daly's at the time.
Oh,
like,
I
yeah.
never heard that, no.
But I'd be honest, I couldn't tell you the true story. In it. But the joke was that there was only a bullet we had, Danny gun. John Donoghue
Gary
was the
Bandit.
man. Remember the bicycle?
Oh, I do. So I went to
John
school.
Donoghue
Went
now,
to
yeah.
school with Kieran Donoghue.
Had a bicycle shop.
Michael Lane.
Oh,
Michael Lane is butcher shop.
They were sure. We were there before them, sure, you know. Yeah.
And there was a lot of little shops around that lane, maybe, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah. Dr. White's then you had there at the corner.
Then you had the big butcher shop on the corner. Just open up the whole front of it around the corner. Remember they take the whole front
It's
off.
a
What is that?
colonial or something, the home.
Brennan.
I know it's what?
Brennan.
Brenner's, was it? Yeah.
Oh, Brenner's around the corner, yeah.
They used to open
Yeah.
the whole front of it. There were
That's
shops.
right, yeah.
But even around the corner. At the time, yeah.
Jam.
Yes. And I think he had his own sausages, hadn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
lot of them. Yeah, Griffin's down the road, sure. Blackfriars there. They used to do the same thing now. She said they make their own sausages, white and black both of them.
And Elwood's pub was there.
Oh, yeah, that's just there, like Johnny Elwood. Sure, Johnny is still alive.
And it was Mrs. Mary's in
Blackfriars, yeah. Yeah.
The little pub.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Up from Griffin's butcher shop.
Oh, that's right, yeah, yeah,
Waterford
yeah. The shop,
Vodafone is
yeah.
now, is it?
Bill
That's right.
Newman now.
No?
Bill Newman on the net.
Yeah. What is it now, Tommy?
What was the name? What?
Close.
Clothes shop, is it?
Something like that, yeah. I don't know. That's
Vodafone are now there.
I thought it's a phone shop now. It's a pub, yeah. Tony Player, I worked with a fitter one time. His mother or something to do with it. His mother, or sorry, his wife's mother or something to do with it. I forget the name of it. Dowers, I don't know. Something Dowers. I forget the name.
We're gone from St. John's Park Church.
Yes, we're going back to Waterford. That's okay. That's
We're going back up the road. You don't get any information about John's. We're too young.
and so all your kids then obviously were brought up as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And what was it like for them growing up? And what was it?
There's no problem.
All right, it was
Oh, my lads went
Schools was
to
closed.
Techlands and went to Delaside College then. Got jobs, lucky enough that there was jobs in it at the time, but
Yeah.
that's in general. But none of them went up to school up at Scullin Corn, no.
My Dowers did. Mine did.
Did you? Yeah.
And he was this is the old grandeur again, like, you know what I mean? Scullin wasn't good enough.
Terrible.
Then they went to Mount Sinai, yeah.
It was very upper class, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
He still had it, sir.
Oh, jeez.
And what about the Ursuline then as well?
Ah, the
Of course,
Ursuline
that was
was
always there.
First time it's
My
still.
daughters went, yeah.
I think there's all.
Your daughter got yours.
Yeah.
All my daughters, my 3 daughters went to the Ursuline.
And then, were they involved in any clubs or organisations out here at that time?
One of my daughters was involved in civil defence for a while and arranged a bit of camogie, I think, all right, but
Was that with Aaron's own or was that?
that would be part of Aaron's one, I think, at that time, yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to go there. Daughter Hazel wasn't involved in anything as such.
I had the boys were involved now with Killure and jumping
And
a bit,
yeah.
soccer and football.
And Killure was that?
That'd be Killure and it'd be a mixture of Killure.
Killure was a GA.
They were the football club.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. So that was here before Aaron's own then? Before Aaron's own?
No,
I know, Aaron's only been there before,
Aaron's
but
one,
that
but
started
they-
out
they
here,
were
but
different.
they
Aaron's one were
joined
very-
together then, you know.
Eventually they joined, but Aaron's one, Killure was started, Aaron's one were in full swing, but they weren't catering for a lot of that, which they did later on, you know, but they were more or less a senior team and they had underage, I suppose, was what you were looking at to try and get back into the underage to keep young kids happy and that, you know. John were very successful as in doing that in fairness, you know. Well, Aaron's one did come on board then and they got the all youngsters playing from 11 and 12 years of age or whatever when we started. That was
And do you know the way this out in St. John's Park was a lot of obviously a lot of fellas worked in the class actually.
there was a lot of them.
And then there was a lot of fellas worked in Clover
Yes, yeah.
and the
Paper
paper
mills,
mills
yeah.
And Dennis.
and Denny's, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean these are all kind of traditional industries that
Oh,
Aye.
You're in town at the time, yeah.
I mean was there kind of obviously certain families got people into certain factories.
Oh, yeah.
But that's why that was called the German Roadshow. So all Germans lived in the houses on the far side.
All down there.
And there were some of the houses on the left for paper mills houses. They were built for paper mills people.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay. And there was a paper mills post used to come out here, wasn't
Yeah.
I was,
Well, that went everywhere and
Go
bring them
along
to
the
work,
quay
yeah.
there. Pick up all
Take
the
them up to
lads.
bring them to work, yeah.
But I mean it was all tough work, wasn't it? A lot of these places were.
Yeah, to be 4 shifts, like, you know, which is no good for anyone, says you, but
You never get used to it.
no.
I say, is anybody who's done a shift work? I never did any shift work. Did you do it? Well, you did a
No, I
small
done
bit
it,
of shift,
I
didn't
done
you?
it, yeah, I done 2 and 3.
And I didn't do it.
You look at though.
Huh?
But, he looks it like he'd ever done shift work.
I was only eating banana sandwiches and more. That's one more weird. The 2 banana sandwiches going to
Well,
school.
friends like this one is anyway.
And did you ever, this is your local, this is our Brady's, which,
Oh, well, sure.
2.
That's
Yeah,
about,
two,
yeah.
do you play cards here? Or
We used to.
Ah,
Yeah,
No,
we used
I
to.
don't know cars in any of 5 years now, you know. You wouldn't get cars many. I don't run
You wouldn't even get the
Aliani
teams
pubs.
now, sure.
Aliani pubs now.
Brady's might have a few fellas that they throw out another challenge to one another of a Sunday evening. They throw. But
I didn't notice anyone play darts.
I don't think there's even any Christmas handicap.
Do they?
Even if they don't even think.
No, I think they
Yeah,
might
anyone
get,
play darts?
there might be a bit of darts here now.
Darts, yes.
But
Good
the
darts.
darts has gone as well.
They're in the championship. There's it.
And there used to be, obviously way back too, there was a big thing for the pub league.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pubs league,
Pub league and the factory league as well. You know.
Factory league, yeah.
factory league.
Pubs league was a great crack, you know. and
Because you had to have players that were non-league and you
More
had
or
to
less
have
non-league.
Yeah.
fellas over 35 and you had to have all that kind of stuff.
League players and
Yeah.
4 league.
So-
well, I think
Yeah,
it is, yeah.
you had fellas after giving up soccer, they used to be trying to hide their boots coming out, like, so the wife wouldn't see them that they wanted to play soccer matches. They'd probably get a date.
Or a heart attack.
And a heart
Heart
attack,
attack, yeah.
Jesus, yes, it's
And the
so
Pubs League was great.
Colours were great, but this, unfortunately then it started being packed and they were bringing in younger fellas and
Please
then they
don't
changed
pack,
the rules and
yeah.
they
It's actually
tried
an
to
uncle-
change the atmosphere to it.
It was
you
actually
know.
an uncle of my wife's that started the Pubs League, Joe Evans, he had a pub in Ballybrick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He started the Pubs League. Early days, but he dropped out, but then it was non-league when he started. Then it
Yeah,
got,
that was great. You had fun with me.
got a bit more professional. Everyone wanted to win it, because no one wanted to win a trophy, but you get some drink if you won it. That was better than a trophy
And
any
then
day.
the other big one with back in those days too was the singing pubs.
Oh, it was, yeah.
The singing
Yeah.
pubs was huge for a time.
Oh, it was,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
just
just,
packed, yes, we packed him for it, yeah.
No, I had no interest at all.
No,
No.
you won't
I'm
bother.
not musically minded at all. The lads used to go to that, didn't
We
you?
were singing it because I'm not able to sing. But we often went.
sing, we didn't sing.
We often went. We clap along.
We'd be support.
Supportive, yeah.
Wedges used to win that a lot, didn't they?
Which is one of the lots, yeah.
That, yeah.
One thing was sometimes
Yeah, that's
Wait, will we get
Tommy.
Tommy Barry, yeah.
Tom, will you come into the lads there? Will you push up in the bed?
Right.
Because you might be able to help
Am I off
Tommy.
camera now?
What? Just from point of view of asking few questions as well. So don't be waiting for me now. If you want to ask and get into, maybe we get this a bit more this way for. Just maybe to get a little bit more over to Tommy.
Are you putting this on BBC or RTE?
Tommy, what's your name, Tommy?
doing that.
Tommy
Is
Barry.
it getting that?
Sorry, don't be very rude and ask you what age are you?
83.
83. Okay, good. So,
Coming in.
huh?
I was 83 to 15th of August.
All right. Okay. So it's
We
coming.
had great deal of lads in Waterford one time.
So, and you heard me asking the lads questions about Waterford in the old days.
That's right.
So, where were you born?
Down Rose Lane.
Rose Lane. Where
Down by
was
the back of the Coliseum.
Coliseum?
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's behind the Tower Hotel.
Back at town.
Exactly.
Picture house, yeah.
So, Rose Lane. I mean, was there many houses on that lane?
8
8. And
great
was,
tenements.
was it a kind of very narrow lane?
Very, very small cul-de-sac.
Okay. And can you remember the families that lived there?
I can't get some of them.
Tell us some of the names.
Scullies. Susan White lived there. A woman named Mrs. Helen. Another person named O'Toole's lived there.
Okay.
And another woman's name was, I can't remember her name now, but she was a Belfast on the Highlands pub.
Okay.
And Bonders had a back entrance. They had a front entrance, but they had a back door to the back of the house. To go down, we had a big toilet on there.
And these were, did you say these were tenement buildings?
Had one time, but very small house.
Very small, okay. And there was, as you said, the Coliseum was there. But then was the the fella that sold pig's toes?
Charlie Orpin.
Was he still there? Was
Oh,
he
he
there at that
was.
stage?
Charlie
Cheers,
Upton,
he was.
isn't he?
Charlie Orpin.
Yeah, Charlie Orpin.
He was there now, then,
Charlie
Michael
Upton.
Thomas.
Upton.
Charlie
Was he,
Upton,
was he
yeah.
there then?
No.
Yeah.
No?
No, I
We
wasn't.
went there early days,
No.
Monday time, you know.
The man who had a man with them a mile.
Milo.
He walked in over in the with the boat on the quay there.
So where those houses were? Was that where the car park is now
Exactly,
for the Tower
exactly,
Hotel? Okay. And that you were right next to the river then.
That's quite true.
And did you play down there?
Well, you didn't play in that river.
Okay.
Great Western used to come in there.
Yeah, Great Western came around there, yes.
That's right.
That's right.
And the but you know the way people often say they wouldn't like to live next to the river because the rats and all that. Would you ever have any problems with
Never saw that in my life down there. Never saw one.
Go away.
Never.
But there was a lot of coming and going down there, wasn't there?
Oh,
People,
well, of course it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Coliseum was the people minded bikes, the people going out of the country.
go away.
Down there, and in actual fact, the guard's bags
That's what I was just going to ask you. Was that
faced
then?
the Coliseum.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the guard barracks was down there.
The guard's bags, yeah.
And was that the main barracks for the town?
At the
Yeah.
time, yes.
Yeah.
And also around the corner there was a famous photographer, Poole.
Oh, that was up on the map.
Yeah, do you remember that?
I do, yes.
Do you remember what he looked like or what those people were like? Or?
I never saw the man himself, but he had beautiful photos on the
Oh
window.
yeah, no, they were famous. And they used to have a display outside on the
That's right,
street.
yeah.
Okay. And then there was no Tower Hotel, was it? Was there?
The
No,
Imperial.
there were two.
Imperial.
Yeah, there were two hotels
There
there.
were
The
Delphi.
Imperial and
Yeah,
the
Delphi and the
The
Imperial.
Delphi Hotel, yeah.
And then
The steamship building was in between the tower and, as we call it now, and the Imperial
okay, the steamship company.
steamship company. Yeah.
Okay. And then across the road, then on the corner, there was a bookshop there too. Was it the Atlas
Alice Library.
Library? Yes. Do you remember that?
I do, yes. And also next to that was Mary's shop.
Okay. And the Atlas Library was kind of very, it was very nice, wooden and lots of bookcases. And all
Next
that.
door to the Atlas Library was Kennedy's chemist shop.
Okay. And then also down there too, you had the Bishop's Palace and the Bishop's High School.
When you're going further up from
Yeah.
smaller now, you know.
Yeah.
Mary's was the big place then, Tom.
Tom?
Mary's.
No, I said Mary's.
Yeah, that was the place that had sold everything and anything down there.
And then there was the pubs down around there. You had the
Royal Bell.
Royal.
Man made them a Rhino on the Royal Bell.
Okay.
Sean King's.
First man made them a Buster. And Rhino.
And then you did Kings.
You had Sean King. And that was John Cullen.
And then around the back you had Queens.
The
They had
Queen's,
the
yeah.
Highlands.
Highlands and the Queen's, yeah. Yeah, the Queen's was up the lane. Highlands was on the corner.
Was Highlands then where the High B was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then, sorry, to go back then to yourself, Tommy, did you go to school down in Delazal then?
No, the Mount.
Or the Manor?
No.
Okay. And then did you go up to Mount Sinai after that?
No, I went to work.
Okay. So after primary school you went to work?
Went to work, yeah. 14 years of age.
Because I suppose to go to secondary school you had to pay for it as well.
At that time it was a one-day ticket.
Okay.
The two houses down next to, opposite the City Hall, there was two one-day tickets, boys and girls.
And what was your first job?
I was meant to buy it in Bowes, Four Brothers Meat.
Messenger boy.
Met it in Bowes.
Boas.
Boys, yeah.
Boas butchers.
And was that tough?
I was there. I was there 50 years.
Sorry?
Go ahead. And was Bowes, where was Bowes?
Oh, no cons.
On the
At
corner.
the end of Denny's Lane.
Corner of Denny's Lane.
All right. They were butchers.
That's right.
Yeah.
But did they have a slaughterhouse?
That's right, yeah.
Where was the slaughterhouse?
At the
Over
back
the
of the
back.
shop. Back of the shop.
Okay.
That's why I ended up doing shop and sausages.
And so were they connected to, I'm trying to think now, was there a woman, Sissy, oh God, I'm trying to think of the name now. There was one slaughterhouse that a woman used to run. Do you remember
I
her?
don't remember that. No.
Okay. I'm not sure. It might have been up by where Collins was. But anyways. So did you work then as a butcher then?
I worked in the butcher in the shops.
And what about O'Connell Street? Because that must have been very different in those days, wasn't
Of course, it's very different. You had a pub in the end where Breeze. Breeze had a fantastic big shop. And you had George Hill, White's, Chapman's, O'Dean's. Michael White, wasn't him at the butcher shop there as well. Martin O'Brien.
Keneally's there then, Tom.
Keneally was there, yeah.
Yeah.
They were down next to Breen.
it? Yeah, and then down, you also down around the corner you had the Penny Bank.
Oh, that's right.
Penny Bank.
Gladstone Street.
There was a lot of funny old shops down there. And where would you have gone to dances and stuff like that, Tommy? Where'd you?
I didn't go to too many.
Didn't
The
you?
Olympia would be the one.
Would that be the main place? Okay. And why did you not go? Was that expensive or?
Well, I mean, you only went to a KD or something like that
Okay.
on a Tuesday night, you know.
There was no Royal Show Band.
Mickey, shot Mickey Drone, what was the name? Oh, Drone.
Oh, Johnny Drone.
Johnny Drone,
Johnny on the
yeah.
box.
The box bell.
Yeah, the box player.
And did you like the Irish music?
Not really.
Huh?
I might live with them, I didn't. I'd rather ballroom dance.
Okay, ballroom dance.
Yeah.
You get my plug in.
Okay.
I'd rather ballroom dance over than ballroom years ago.
Oh, upstairs in Morton's.
In ballroom, yeah.
Okay. What was that called?
The Carl, I'm trying.
Was it called, Tommy?
No,
Yeah.
there was dances, up in Portals.
Yeah, there was a dance floor there.
Yeah,
remember
well,
that?
it wasn't there too long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I mean, Waterford was always a great music place, wasn't it?
Always, yeah, really.
Bands and show bands. And
Oh, yeah.
Outside of town.
And so how did you end up out here then?
I got a house out there in 1959.
Okay.
An arts house. And the trouble with the arts house is then young kids to be running through and playing football. To be here and going to store. So I shifted to Henderson Road. I stayed there for 4 years and came back. I'm way up at the top now.
Okay.
And there, I'm 100 years.
Nearly.
Of course, all the arches closed anyway, didn't they?
Yes.
They closed off all the arches.
closed the arches,
That's
yeah.
right.
And
It's amazing the amount of people that took in the arch. And all the rooms.
As it was easy enough done, I suppose. Yeah.
Sure, of course.
But,
so Tommy, what was your memory of the place when you first came out here?
Ah, it's like any house, it's like a bit rough at times. But then when it's certain section, they used to call it Johnny's Road. But it never really anything bad, you know. I don't remember that.
But I suppose it takes a while to settle down anyway.
Ah, of course.
They're all young families, aren't they?
But sure, I
They're
mean,
all young families, like
Yeah, all
young
young
kids.
but you also moved to Henson's Road.
I moved then.
That had a tough reputation as well.
Well, it has really. But then again, you know, I never got involved in anything.
Yeah, yeah.
The knock.
And you said you worked in the meat, the butchering all
All my life.
All your life, okay. And would you have seen many changes in your life in that area?
At the moment, there are lots of changes.
Okay.
Like in comparison, you have the local butchers now, which are on the dying out, I think, because we have all these supermarkets.
The Lidl and the Aldi's and all that.
And people know what good meat is at all now. That's the present problem, you know. Presentation, the whole lot.
But Waterford had plenty, like the Denny's and Clover Meats.
Oh yeah,
So there was plenty of meat around Waterford.
well, there were plenty of meat around here.
It was always a big meat town.
Plenty of offal.
Yeah.
And they often made.
Yeah.
And just just trying to think now. What about any other old characters that you remember out here when you first moved out here, Tom?
I didn't remember any, but when I knew Philip Pilot was speaking on the
They
good.
came up again.
But I mean, other than that name, I don't remember too many.
Oh,
I see your friends, Christy Jacob. Like,
Christy
the
Jacob,
cat character,
yeah,
you know.
The big characters.
That's characters. Tommy Kennedy.
Tommy Kennedy, yeah.
Bobby Senator Father.
Yeah, but all these
Jerry,
guys,
Jerry Fagan, they would have been
all the
there.
old-
Characters
all
in
the
their
old,
own
you know,
right.
Dennis Cullen.
And Quinlan, yeah.
They were.
Mrs. Rowe.
and they were all like around your.
So, no,
Time.
no,
Your age
to be
group,
small,
yeah.
older than me.
They bit older, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby would be his father-in-law. He used to drive a lorry in Stone Lawn, Stone. He shipped to me more times into flats the whole itself.
You never paid him either, by the way, that's what he said.
He didn't know who owned the lorry at times.
So he was all the time moving people from one place to
He
another.
moved me along anyway.
So that's what I suppose. That's if you have a lorry, you'd end up doing that, wouldn't you?
Right, right, yeah.
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
He was a great car too, by the way.
I think you were like your father-in-law. It's a long time since you bought.
I'm afraid to move. I'm afraid to move.
Yeah, I mean, I gave you no problem.
Okay, lads, we'll be leaving it at that.
Thanks,
If you want to,
Thanks very much for doing that.
we hope to be
Thanks very much.
Nice to meet you.
of some use to you
Thanks very
somewhere
much.
along.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
We hope we have
What was
some
the
use.
sissy I was trying to think? I didn't want to come in. Was the sissy ham, no?
No, Sissy. What was her name?
Because they had a place in the Abbot. That was a butcher. That's what I was wondering, was it, no?